one of the biggest questions I get asked is about the Dechoker /LifeVac thing. If you guys have not heard about this, it is all over social media. I wish that I did as good of advertising as they do, because it's like everywhere. Anytime I scroll, it's like sponsored on my social. But for those of you that don't know it, I call it like a reverse plunger. So not that I'm an expert in plunging a poopy toilet, but when the toilet gets clogged, you push in and it like force negative pressure to push that object deeper down, right? And so you're plunging, and it pushes the toilet paper, whatever, stuff deeper, and then it flushes. The LifeVac or the Dechoker is opposite. You push in and there's a one-way valve that comes out the side, and it actually sucks out so that you pull that object out of the airway and comes out. Now, what do I say about the Dechokers? Because I literally get DMs all the time. At least one person in my course always brings it up. My biggest piece of advice comes from a point of empowerment, okay? There are a million tools. There's a million products, things that you can register for, things that you think you need. But here's what I'll tell you. In the event of an emergency, you do not have time to leave your choking child, run to your medicine cabinet, grab your Dechoker, open it up, fumble around, figure out how to use it. Which one do I push? Which one do I pull? What mask do I use? You have to be able to tend to your choking child. And so my biggest piece of advice is you always have your two hands, and you always have the knowledge that I will give you in my courses or in a CPR or choking course in order to intervene in that moment. And so my biggest piece of advice and what I tell all my families is, if you have bought a Dechoker or you have purchased a LifeVac, please open the box and play with it before you need it. Because if you're anything like me, when I got my air fryer, I either had raw chicken or burnt chicken. And there was no good chicken until about 10 times into my use. And you don't want to be messing with something in a life or death emergency state and trying to fumble around with how to use it. So if you have one, no shame, but just know how to use it so that you are prepared, and also know where it is. And if you leave your child in the care of someone else, make sure they know where it is, or make sure they're trained in how to perform CPR and choking maneuvers.